everybody, welcome back to my channel, 23 Flavors of Stitching. My name is Kirsten and this is video number 11. I know that it's only been about a week and a half since my last video, and I said that my videos were probably going to start being monthly. If you saw my last video, I had a little bit of an emotional episode in it. And because of that and because of that situation, I had a little bit of retail therapy. And when I mean a little bit, I mean a lot. And basically it's gotten to the point that I need to put it away or else it will become a pile. Hello. So, if you can hear my dogs, I'm sorry, they're right next to me. I'm not in my office. I am in the hallway because I'm currently doing another craft in my office, and because of that craft, my ironing board isn't in my office, right where I usually sit on the ground. So, it is March 2nd, and I am participating in the Steel City Stitchers March Stitchy Madness, and so I figure that along with my overwhelming mountain of haul and purchases and retail therapy, that I could show you my projects that I'm doing for March Stitchy Madness, and also talk about the sales that I'm doing for that start this month. I talked to you guys about one in my last video, which is the Serendipity Stitch Along that Fat Quarter Shop is doing, that benefits Make-A-Wish. And then I'm also doing the Chester Sal that Abby, Top Knot Stitcher, and Jennifer, Whistle Stop Stitcher, they are doing. And then last night I impulsively purchased the Cozy Cafe Stitch Along that Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery is doing. The Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery one doesn't start until March 11th, and the Serendipity Stitch Along doesn't start until March 15th. So you guys won't really see anything for those because I don't have, well, you saw the Serendipity one last time. I have the threads and the fabric for that, but for the Cozy Cafe one, I just ordered some overdyed fabric for it, and I need to get everything put together for that one, but I have a little bit of time to do that, kind of, since I leave for Virginia on Friday, so in 3 days. So, I think we will start with what my bracket. So, this is my bracket. I wrote it down because I like writing things down even though they have a printable. So, I have 4 whips and 4 starts, and I have not started my start yet for today, but I can show you my whip work in progress that I did yesterday, and it was Lovers. I got it off of Etsy. I'm not sure the shop name. If you go check my Instagram, I have the shop name in the caption from working on this piece. But basically I finished, so this is a man and then a woman will be over here, and basically there's a likeness to me and my husband, in a sense. I am blonde. I have some of my highlights still. Excuse me. I really like myself blonde. I just didn't like the maintenance of it. So I am letting my roots grow out. But I was blonde even when I was little. So, a blonde girl, brunette boy, and they're wrapped in a blanket. So, I did the man's, I finished his shirt, and then I started his hair. I only have one more color in his hair, and then I think I'll move over to the girl, and then I think I'll do the blanket last. So there's that. I am stitching it on 18 count Vintage Country Mocha Ada. And sorry if you catch me looking at my phone. My sister-in-law is texting me a bunch of things. Okay, so that was my first whip that I worked on yesterday. I only had a small portion of the guy's jacket done, and I worked on it Sunday and Monday. So I worked on it February 28th as well as March 1st, just because with getting ready to leave at the end of the week and trying to get ahead in schoolwork, I knew that Monday was going to be busy, even though I was hoping that it wouldn't be. So I worked a little bit on it on Sunday, that way I could have a significant more amount of progress. So next, the project that I have to start today is Dog Lessons by Lizzie Kate, and that is right here. I am stitching this also on 18 count Vintage Country Mocha Ada when I start it, but this is what it looks like. I had it in my haul in my last video, and I'm really excited for it. I forgot to get one of the colors when I went to my LNS last week, so I went back today and got more haul, but I'm gonna save that for my video probably when I get back from Virginia, because at that point I'll have the one project that I'll be working on for the rest of the month from March Stitchy Madness. So there's my start for today that I have to work on. And then on the 3rd, so tomorrow, I have another work in progress that I'm going to work on for the day. And it is the Oh Holy Night pattern that I'm working on for my aunt. I'm sorry for the zipper noises, especially with the mic. So this is what it'll look like. I've given a bunch of disclaimers. I'm stitching it for my aunt. She sent me this picture, asked me to make a chart out of it. I am assuming that she bought it. So. And I still have the hoop on it, so I apologize for that. But this is where I'm at. I have the word night done. I have almost the whole stable done. I am still going to pick out Jesus and the manger and restitch it. This is Mary, and then Joseph is over here. And then I have the words, Oh Holy, to do over here. So I needed a little bit of motivation to get this done. So that's why I put it into my bracket. So hopefully I'll be able to get that done. And then for March 4th, so Thursday, I have another start, and it is Liberty's Lights by Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. And I have them, if I'm working on them before I leave for Virginia, then I have them out. And then if I don't work on them before I leave, they're already in my backpack that I'm taking, but I can pull them out. I don't have the chart for this right now. Hold on one second. Okay, we're back. So I just went to grab my iPad because I bought these as PDFs. So this is Liberty's Lights. This is what it'll look like. Sorry for the glare. So, let's see. So that is going to be a new start. I bought it last June, and I am stitching it on 16 count white Aida. Really boring, but that's what I stitched Which Better on by Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery as well, so I figure might as well just keep it the same. Next will be a work in progress, and that I will be working on the 5th, so that will be my airplane project, and while I'm chilling in my airports, because I have two stops on my way to Virginia, and I'm just gonna get the cover page real quick. I hope that's not too loud. I'll double check when I watch the video back. Okay, so it'll look like this. Like I said, it's a work in progress, so have it right here. I don't have a ton done. That's what I have done. Just the top of some pumpkins. So that is my work in progress for Friday, March 5th. And then I have another new start on Saturday, March 6th, and hopefully this is where it's going to get kind of tricky. So I'm going to meet my new niece. She's only going to be a month old on March 6th exactly. And so, and my mom has been saying that she really likes to be held. My other niece liked to be held, but wasn't, like she was fine just laying in a bassinet or something. So my mom said that my niece, her name is Phoebe, Phoebe really likes being held. And also on Saturday, my dad and brother have a soccer game that they're coaching, because that's why my family's out in Virginia. My dad and brother are coaching. So hopefully I have time to work on it. Probably at night when people are going to bed and I am stuck on mountain time instead of Eastern time. So the next one is Summer Nights, also by Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. That's what it'll look like. I'm really excited for it. This one I am stitching on Oatmeal Aida, probably 16 count, if I had to guess. Okay. Next is another work in progress, which I started last week because I didn't have small enough whips for there to be a finish at the end of March. So I decided to start this one, and it is Maybe Swearing Will Help from Ivy Stitches on Etsy. My best friend from college, from my community college, so I graduated in 2017, so we met in 2015. She got it for me for my birthday, I think in 2019, and so I decided to pull it out, and that's where I'm at. Just needed something small enough because I'm stitching it with the 14 count Aida that came in the kit, and so I figure that it'll probably be a pretty easy stitch. So I thought that would be a good one to put in the bracket. And then my last start, that will be on March 8th, is from an Etsy shop. And it is a pattern that is a quote from Schitt's Creek, if any of you know that TV show. And it just says, "I would be pleased to RSVP as pending." And if you know Schitt's Creek, you know that that's Moira Rose. And I just think it's hilarious. But when I printed it off, it only had, it didn't have a cover page. So I can't show you that one. So I think that's it. I'll tell you what I'm stitching it on. I'm stitching it on 16 count white Aida. So just my standard stuff. But now we can talk about the Sals that I'm doing. Sal is Stitch Along, for those who are new. I'm doing Chester Place Sal on, 18 count oatmeal Aida. I cut it as an 11 by 11, I think. 11 by 11 square. I think it needed to be like, the finished project I think is 8.75 inches by 8.75 inches. And I know that 11 by 11 or 10 by 10 is not a lot of space, but I don't think I'll need a 2 or 3 inch border. So here's my square. It's 18 count oatmeal Aida, and we can do a little bit of a floss toss. I went and purchased the called for colors except for the color of Chester because I have a bunch of 3776, so I figured might as well use it. Oh, I also didn't buy the white. I'm just going to use 3865. So I did buy, I also had to do a little bit of a substitution for the reds because my LNS, which is Local Needle Workshop if you're new, they did not have the correct colors. So I really need to put these on a ring. So maybe I'll do that today. So these are all called for. I think they'll look really good on it. So this is Weeks Dye Works Bee's Knees, Weeks Dye Works Mocha, Classic Colorworks Pine Needles, Gentle Arts Cast Iron Skillet, which is just like a really deep gray, and then Gentle Arts Picnic Basket. And then I did a little bit of substitution for the reds. For the lighter red that was called for, I'm doing Tennessee Red Clay from Classic Colorworks. And then for the middle red, I'm doing Barn Door from Classic Colorworks. And then for the darker red, I'm doing Old Red Paint by Gentle Arts Sampler Threads. So there's that. Spent lots of money at my LNS. A little too much. So there's that. What was called for was, for the white was parchment from I want to say Weeks Dye Works. For Tennessee Red Clay, which is the one that I'm using, what it was called for was Red Pear by Weeks Dye Works. I'm using Barn Door from Classic Colorworks as the substitution for Baked Apple from Weeks Dye Works. And then I'm using Old Red Paint from Gentle Arts as a substitution for Brick from Weeks Dye Works. So, there's that. And then, that's all I have, I think. Yeah, so now we'll get into what I purchased, what I wasn't able to purchase. So first is Loved by You by Hello from Liz Matthews. Evelyn Across the Pond enabled me for this one. Evelyn is actually she's from in Virginia, about an hour and a half away from where my parents live. We found that out. That's actually the town that she's from, which is, compared to where my parents live, a city. Like a suburb city. Anyway, that's where I fly into. So I've been to where she grew up lots of times. So, next, from Nikki Pattern on Etsy, I bought a brain, which is a left brain, right brain. I'm a psychology major, so I really like this stuff. On my laptop, I used to have a diagram of something like this. It sat on the top of my laptop. Next is a pattern that I can't show you because I don't have a cover page for it, but it's a abstract, I think. Anyway, I'm gonna stitch it on that canvas bag that I showed you guys last time. And then I got Egg Hunt by Sasuma Street by Jodie Rice. Really excited for that one. And then I decided that I liked the idea of the Stitching Book Club by Sapphire Mountain Handcrafts. So I got this. The book club, sorry, you can see that. And then I have the audiobook for Pride and Prejudice, so I thought it would be kind of cool while I listen to the audiobook, to stitch the Pride and Prejudice sampler. So I got the sampler that they did for the book club. And then I also got the mini just because I wanted the mini. So there's the Pride and Prejudice mini. And then my best friend of 16 and a half years, it'll be 17 years in August, I decided that for her next anniversary, which is next February, or for her birthday, or, whatever comes next when I have a chance to get this done, I decided that I wanted to stitch where her and her husband went on their honeymoon. And they went to Orlando Universal Studios in Florida, so I got this from Awesome Pattern Studio. And then for my best friend from college, who got me the Maybe Swearing Will Help pattern, I got her favorite city, which is Boston. She loves the Red Sox, so I'm going to stitch that for her eventually. I also got another Moira Rose quote. It says, "Why must I be the only one encumbered by this emotional cargo?" I think it's funny. I love that show. And then I got a Grey's Anatomy sampler from So Marie Studio. I love Grey's Anatomy. And then I mentioned in one of my first videos that there were some patterns that I wanted to stitch for a nursery for when I get pregnant. I'm not pregnant. I do not plan to be for a little while longer. I have the birth control implant in my arm, and maybe that's a TMI, but until that baby comes out, no babies will be coming. So, at least that's the plan. So from Stitcherovia, I got which is Emma Congdon. I got her You Are My Sunshine patterns. So here's the first one. I also, from 123 Stitch, I just bought some fabrics. Not the exact fabric, but I bought overdyes that will go with these. So You Are My Sunshine, My Only Sunshine. You Make Me Happy When Skies Are Gray. And then You'll Never Know, Dear, How Much I Love You. Please Don't Take My Sunshine Away. So, sorry. So, have those that I will stitch eventually. Because they are fairly big, I figured that it would be better to start stitching them as soon as possible because I don't know how I'm going to be when I'm pregnant. I don't know if I'm going to want to stitch. So, we're going to start those when I get a chance. So next, I got quite a lot of fabric. So I'm not going to go through every piece, but I found the gray and white petite point, which is just the gray and white polka dotted fabric that I wanted for It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year by Country Cottage Needleworks. So I found that, so I got a couple things of that. This big piece of antique white Aida I got for Pandemic by Long Dog Samplers. Who knows when I'll start it, but I got it. And it is 18 count, so it is 30 by 36. And then I also got 18 count baby pink Aida, and it is a 10 by 18, so it's just a really, really faint pink. Sorry, Max is breathing right next to me. So, got those. I just said I wasn't going to go through every piece, but that's okay. So next, I don't know why I bought 14 count. I got 14 count off-white Aida from Michaels. I got some 22 count. And then I went to my local needle workshop and it gave me a really good idea, which was to stitch the Prairie Schooler Santas on larger count fabric and then turn them into bigger pillows. So, got some 11 count. And then I have an Easter pattern that I want to do, so I got green, and then we're gonna try. I don't know if I will ever be brave enough to try it, but I didn't want to spend a lot of money. So I got 28 count even weave Lugana. Don't know if I will ever be brave enough. We will see. Then I got some finishing things. Then I got some floss, DMC and overdyed threads that I could not resist at my local needle workshop. And then I did get a few more finishing things. I don't think I'm going to go through them. You're all going to see them from Priscilla and Chelsea, so... Oh no! I just broke something. Okay. Here's another floss. Don't know why I needed that green, but here we are. And then I got one. You guys are never gonna believe it. So I got all of the floss that I needed for this pattern that I purchased. It is Praiseworthy Stitches Simple Gifts Christmas. And I got all of the threads that I needed except for I was missing one skein of Otter Creek. And I lucked out because I ordered it from 123 Stitch and it came from the same dye lot. I felt really cool. Anyway, so I'm going to stick that in there. Then I got from Jardin Privé, I got Halloween. I can't. I'm stitching. Thought that was cute. And then I got Silver Creek Samplers my Christmas list, because Priscilla made me do it. And then this was a model stitch at my LNS. Excuse me. And I thought it was super cute. So I got Last Stitch Cemetery. And it comes with the charms. And so this one says Started and Forgotten. This one says Half Stitched. This one is Too Old. And this one is Lost Interest. Thought those were cute. And then next I got two Prairie Schooler Santas. I got the 2009 Santa, which is the hockey one. My family is really into hockey. And then I also got the 2007 Santa, which is the knitting one. I might teach myself how to knit. I'm still deciding if I want to do that. Max is making some noise. Okay, so first, sounds like something's in here. There shouldn't be anything in here. Oh, it's the silica gels. Max is laying on all my pattern. Okay, first, for finishing, I got this tin from Michael's. Then I got the Farm Fresh Eggs. Ooh, sorry for the noise. Farm Fresh Eggs little basket thing. Who knows if I'll actually ever finish anything on that. I might end up selling them. And then I got the Bless Our Nest, which figure something can just go in here. It's a easel. I'm sorry if you can hear Max laying on my papers. And then I just got some carrot picks for finishing. So, and all those finishing things were from Michael's. So, that is all that I have for you today. Yeah, that stack was, that pile of stuff was just getting a little too big. But now I can go put them all away, and when I get back from Virginia and I have my final project for March Stitchy Madness that I'm trying to get finished, fully finished, I will update you guys on which ones won and kind of keep track of it that way. And then show you guys how far I got on each project. So, I hope that you all have a happy last couple weeks of winter since spring is coming. I hope that you all get a lot of stitchy time, and I hope that you all are doing well. And I want to say thank you to the new viewers that have come. I want to say thank you to the new subscribers. And I really appreciate when people comment or send me messages on Instagram, or even leaves a comment about coming to watch my videos on Instagram. It makes me really happy. So I want to say thank you to everyone who has supported me. And I will see you again in probably another week and a half. Bye, guys.